we're back with another episode.
But luckily for me, I'm a brown skin girl.
Brown skin girl.
Skin
just like
her.
Won't change it for anybody else singing.
Brown skin girls, your skin just like pearl.
Sing it, sister.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is going to be a quick fire episode because, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You got to count your money. Oh,
sitting at the table.
Hey.
You know it's a poker song, right?
It's about life.
That's right.
They want you to think it's about poker.
But it's about life. That's right.
But it's the facts of life, baby.
The facts of life. Facts of life. The facts of life. The facts of life. That's all I know about the facts of life. I mean, I know the show, yes, but you weren't even born when that show came out.
Sure wasn't. Wasn't born for a lot of things. Oh my gosh. This is what happened to me this week. Hi, welcome back to an episode of The Face Off. Another sober podcast for me. Good luck to all you out there.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, I was at work, went to do an eval, and came out of the room, was talking to the nurse, this cute little girl. And I was like, first of all, if you don't live in San Antonio, let me explain something to you. If you grew up here, you know everyone. And if you don't, you know someone who knows them directly. It's the smallest, million plus person city in the entire world.
Military town, USA, baby.
It is insane. Like, oh God, this place. So I saw this girl and I was like, you look so familiar, which at our hospital too, like
everybody looks familiar.
Everybody looks familiar.
Yeah.
Hello.
Definitely.
Look at what I'm working with. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what is your name? She tells me. I'm like, nope, not ringing any bells. What's your last name? Nope, not ringing any bells. I was like, where did you go to high school? She tells me. I was like, no. I was like, well, when did you graduate? Like 2019. I was like, oh, you're a child.
Yeah.
I was like, how old are you? She said 22. I was like, baby.
As you are 6 years older than her. But okay.
And I was like, where did you go to high school? She told me I was like an assistant teacher for 1 year between undergrad and graduate school. She was in one of my fucking classes.
Really?
Yeah. And now she works at the hospital.
And she's a nurse? Well, shouts out to that girl.
Shouts out to her, but I've never felt older in my life.
How do you think I feel?
Yeah, but like, this is different. This is me.
Because you're just going to be young forever.
I thought I was going
forever
to.
Young.
I was like, oh my gosh, you're old enough to like be in charge of someone's life.
You are too.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is insane.
Wackadoodle. But yeah, so I'm officially old. And like my mom used to always say stuff like that. Like, oh, my students are now like parents and that's so crazy. I feel so old. And I was like, yeah, old lady, whatever. And now here I am saying the same thing. It's crazy.
See, it's amazing how time flies. Literally, it flies very, very fast.
I know.
Yeah. How was your week this week? Other than that,
my week was okay. I'm like still having some tummy trouble. I'm bombarding my sister. I'm drinking this nasty stuff called kefir.
Have you tried like taking probiotics? Have you been doing that?
So this is like a jam-packed probiotic drink. Mm-hmm. It's like Russian yogurt milk. Basically, it's like the sour, thick milk that's chock full of probiotics. I've been drinking 2 cups a day. It has been helping. It is disgusting. Literally sour curdled milk. It's like thick too. Like,
jeez, that sounds
not for the faint of heart. And a lot of kombucha. We're getting back on the up and up. I think I just like royally fucked up the pH of my stomach.
You probably have all the alcohol and you don't eat real food. You're probably so malnourished. It's ridiculous.
100%.
I was like that too. Like even though you're snacking, like you're not eating real food that's actually giving you any kind of substance, and that's the problem.
So like I already know that there's something wrong with my stomach because I get nauseous like for years and years and years, as long as I can remember, since high school. Whenever I'll be so hungry, I'll take 2 bites of something. I'm like, oh, nauseous. Don't want to eat it.
I usually just get nauseous in the morning, but that's happened to me for years.
Yeah. See, okay.
But that's before I eat. Like if I take a sip of anything in the morning, I am like deathly nauseous, but it only lasts for like 30 seconds and it goes away.
Yeah, no. So mine will be like, I'm hungry. I'll go take a couple bites. Nauseous, can't eat. And then when I'm on the Vyvanse, even worse because I have no appetite. Oh. So I'm not hungry for anything.
You're definitely malnourished then.
100%.
Yeah, you're definitely malnourished.
I need like water and lettuce and stuff.
Lettuce is Do spinach.
The less.
Or kale.
Isn't lettuce like the least nutrient dense?
Yes, that's why I don't like lettuce, because it's pointless. It's like water. Okay. I'm not water. Sorry. It's like an air biscuit.
Did you see that video going around? It was like this woman on TikTok who was like, here's my healthy snack. And it's lettuce, chips, and ranch dressing.
That sounds gross. I don't like
If
ranch.
I don't know. If I came home, you know, when you come home from school, all you want is like the
junk.
good,
yeah.
like the junk. Give me a Lunchable, a Dunkaroo.
What you call it? PB&J.
PB&J, a Pizza Pocket.
A Tostino's pizza.
What were those things that were like breadsticks with the cheese dip? Do you know what I'm talking about? They came in a little package together.
Oh, like the cheese whiz, kind of the fake cheese. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They were called cheese something. I know what you're talking about. But they had like a little red stick, and then they had the ones with the pretzels, and
But don't come at me with lettuce, chips, and ranch dressing.
That's like when people try to do that with like Brussels sprouts and shit, and I'm like, that's gross. Just don't.
Leave it.
There's no such thing as Brussels sprout chips. It's disgusting.
Yeah, but anyway, other than that, I'm chilling on the up and up. Yeah, I got one more wedding this weekend coming up.
Okay, you lied to everybody, because I can remember a time where she said, "This is my last wedding for this year." You're a liar.
To my knowledge, I have 3 more weddings this year.
Oh my god! How many fucking friends do you have?
Too many, but 3 more weddings, and then we're in the
clear.
Are you
in them, or you're just going?
No, I'm just going.
Oh,
which is
Lord
nice.
Jesus.
Nice little reprieve.
Oh my god! I cannot.
I can't do it. I can't keep up with myself.
Yeah, I don't even want to keep up with you.
There's something foundationally wrong with me, but
I hope you're recycling these dresses and wearing the same thing. I'll just be wearing the same thing to everybody's wedding, so I can have multiple pictures in the same outfit.
Oh, see, I'm not wearing the same thing. I probably should start repeating. I'll repeat a dress. From now on, I'll repeat something.
You're not famous. You can't. Even if you are famous, you should repeat dresses.
Have you seen the Lizzie McGuire movie?
Yeah, of course.
You know, and she's like, you are an outfit repeater. That stayed with me. So now I feel like, can't do it.
If Tiffany Haddish can do it, so can we. I'm just saying.
Okay.
If I paid a certain amount for a dress, I'm repeating it.
I need to know how many people out there are truly repeating outfits to big events. I feel like not a lot of people do.
They might what do they call it? Upcycle them and like add a shawl or add a skirt to it, or make the dress into it.
Add a shawl? How old do you think I am? You think I'm adding a shawl to my fucking outfit?
Yes, shawls still exist. I mean, geez, you can still wear a shawl.
Hose don't get cold. Shawls are out.
I'm so done with
They're out. I put it with my pantyhose.
Done. Did you really say hose? So do you wear a slip? You know what a slip is?
No, I don't wear with a slip. I haven't worn a slip since like 2nd grade.
My mom still wears slips. I wear slips depending on what it is. If it's see-through, I'll wear a slip. But not out like in public, because I purposely want people to see
I wear slips as dresses. Like, there's like a trend.
You Jezebel. I don't do that now, but I think body shapers are kind of taking the place of slips, though. Yeah. So you don't have to wear slips as much, because you can wear like the shorts or like the pants, body shapers and stuff, so you don't have to wear slips as much. So, yeah. Are you going to ask me about my week? I guess you don't give a fuck. All right.
You were good, right? All right, bet.
For those people who wanted to know about my week was actually pretty good. I'll just say this. I won't tell too much detail, but I'm back at the bedside.
I knew he would get her back. Y'all all heard her say, I'm never going back to the bedside. Well, they always come back.
I'm just going back for the benefits. Only reason why. But anyway... So I am tired. I'm tired. This week, these past few weeks have been tiring.
This job is hard.
But just interacting with when you go from bedside to working from home back to bedside, it's a lot. Having to being in your house for the last year and a half. You are a coworker of one, and all your other coworkers are via Microsoft Teams, so you don't have to really interact with people. And then now I have to get up 2 hours early. And then make sure that I have my lunch, make sure that I have my snacks, then get on the road. I can never take the same way every day because of traffic. You never know what the hell's going to happen. And then to put on this face of, good morning, how are you? I'm Monica, I'm physical therapy. And I just, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. I don't like people.
You're in the wrong business, babe.
But I've been in it for a very long time. But yeah so... on the road to recovery.
The good thing is, I feel like now you had this little working from home hiatus. You know how all that stuff works, like the computer and the Microsoft Teams.
True.
I got clowned endlessly the other day. I was on a Zoom call with my friends. We're planning this trip. I don't know how the hell to work Zoom. What do I need Zoom for? I never use it.
Oh, Zoom is easy.
I don't know how to. There's so many things. Like, I popped the chat. My mom's there trying to help me. I felt like I was 78 years old. She was like, put it in the chat, Alyssa. I don't know how to put it in the chat, Mom. I don't know how to put things in the chat. And everyone works either as like a teacher, so they taught on Zoom, or they work in tech, so they're using Zoom all the time. And I'm like, I kept forgetting to let people into the meeting.
Oh, you were the host of the meeting?
Yeah, I started it because I used my mom's account because I didn't know if you don't have an account that only lets you go for like 40 minutes.
Yes, it'll cut you off.
What? Anyway, stupid. Well, my ADD doesn't let me like focus on too many things at once, weirdly enough. And so people kept trying to get into the room like if they got kicked out or something because some people on there, I would forget to let them into the room. Yeah,
it's Zoom is pretty cool. We used to get on Zoom like for every Sunday with my family, and we would do like a family Zoom. But because I have so many teachers in my family, like we would use like their accounts and stuff, allegedly, and we had unlimited time, so it was great.
Well, that's nice. Yeah, I'm not a Zoom girl. I'm not like I don't know how people work from home productively and have to like interact with people on a screen.
Well, here's the thing. There is a huge difference between a work from home job and a remote job, and I think people who have had remote jobs are making it seem like work from home jobs are the same, and they're not. So a work from home job means that you are literally just at your house at a different location. Your productivity levels are still the same. You are glued to your chair. You're just in your home without a bra and in some pajamas. Hopefully you got on pants. If not, whatever, it doesn't matter. A remote job is literally you're just hopping on and off whenever you need to. You can be anywhere. You can only work off one screen. My job was not like that. I literally had 3 screens.
You were working from home.
I was working from home. I was not remote. I was not remote at all.
I didn't realize that.
Because I couldn't do my job off one screen. There's no way I could have been done. Not unless it was a huge, like, 42-inch or like a super wide screen. But no. I was not I did not have a remote job. I had a work from home job, and it was it was very different from remote. So these people who were on TikTok before talking about, oh yeah, I work remotely and I can make myself breakfast and then I can stop and do that. No, you can't. Not from a work from home job. You can't. Remote, yes, you can, but not work from home.
Because they expect your booty to be in the chair.
Exactly, and your productivity levels. It depends on what you're doing as well too. But yeah, it was not the same. But yeah, so I've been tired. Still have to do my taxes, but by the time this comes out, my taxes would have been done, so it's fine.
I pay my bills.
My bills are paid. Speaking of going back to school and all that kind of, well, not going back to school, but going back to work and kind of regretting school. Anyway, I did see this little thing where they were saying online, I think it was on Spiritual Word or whatever that vlog is. They were talking about, the headline was 42% of college grads say that their degree wasn't worth it. Do you agree or disagree for yourself personally?
My undergrad degree was
either bullshit. One. What did you get your undergrad in?
My mom always laughs because she's my
liberal arts.
My biggest fan and hater. No, it wasn't liberal arts. Okay. It was human development and family sciences.
Health science.
It's the OT of natural sciences.
You can't do shit with it.
I was going for biology, failed biology, and I was like, this ain't gonna work. But I didn't want to transfer out of natural sciences because I was like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do science. Let me take an advertising class. Like, advertising seems like it would work for me. I don't shut the hell up. I feel like I can be creative.
But you can't sell people on stuff.
Yet. I hadn't tried yet.
Oh, okay.
Took an advertising class. It was like the whole thing was like, this is the hardest class ever. It wasn't. And it was just a bunch of like hoopla. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I can't be around these people. It was like very much like sales marketing type of people. Couldn't do it. Yeah. Went back to natural sciences. Took this class that was called like the science of relationships or family relationships and just like the dynamics in the family. And I was like, this is dope.
Yeah.
And that's how I ended up there.
Cool beans. So do you think your OT degree was worth it?
For me, at this point in my life, yes.
It sounds like you're trying to convince yourself.
Well, because I went to private school. I don't think anybody should go to private school.
No, it's stupid.
For a graduate degree.
No, you're going to end up at the same job, in the same job market, making the same amount of money.
Wasn't my best decision, but it was the right decision for me at the time.
Is that the only school that accepted you or that you applied to? Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
We were playing the odds. I like my job. I like OT. I feel fulfilled with my work. My degree was worth it.
Okay, that's not what I'm talking about.
No, because I think I could have gone into tech and been making the same as what I'm making now and have way less debt.
I think what people get confused is the worth of your degree with regard to your return on investment. It's not about whether you like your job or not. the PT degree, having a doctorate. I have a doctorate in physical therapy. My doctorate is not worth the money that I spent for it, based off the return on investment is extremely low. Exactly. And the fact that you come out of school, if let's say it cost me $150,000 to get my PT degree, most PTs, they're coming out of school making, let's just say on average, $70,000 a year. Mm-hmm. That's not a good return on investment. So no, a PT degree is not fucking worth it. Even nursing. Yeah. Nursing is not worth it. Because when you come out of school, the debt that your debt to income ratio is insane.
We do have job security.
No, we don't. Not now.
Kind of. There's always people dying and getting sick.
Yeah, but they'll start, exercise physiologists can do our job. True. The nurses can do our job.
The AI, fucking ChatGPT can give them a home exercise.
Exactly. So. We can hire a tech to do the job of 3 fucking OTs and PTs, which is stupid.
I will say a lot of my friends straight out of college just got random ass tech jobs and they seem very happy.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to fulfill them though.
No, they're all saying like,
they hate it.
They hate the lack of, I don't know, what do you call that? When your job isn't like, they don't produce anything. Like I go to work, I help people, I physically see that my job is making a difference in someone's day.
I don't know that I need that anymore.
It's rewarding. Or like even something tangible. Like I'm putting in effort and I'm getting something back that I can see that my effort went to something.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think a lot of work from home jobs don't do that. It's just that.
No, you're a robot.
Yeah.
You're just putting out numbers and it's redundancy and it's really boring. And that's what my work from home job was.
Money wise, no, my degree definitely not worth it.
Yeah, I agree. Now my MBA, yes, that was worth it because I only paid $9,000 for that.
That is wild.
Oh, I paid out of pocket, so.
Damn.
And shouts out to Western Governors University. That is they're not sponsoring our podcast. Y'all should because I'm a WGU grad. But it cost me less than $10,000 to get my MBA, whereas some other people pay $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 for the same degree. Mm-hmm. So, no. Well,
you don't even want to know what I paid for my degree.
Oh, we have the same amount of student debt, so I know.
Yeah, I got.
I mean, because private school is stupid. There's no reason why any college should be private. And I was living
in Austin, dumb. For 6 years, oof, pretty penny.
Here's the thing. We have not paid off loans in 4 years. So, Joe, you've already proven it. And I forgave myself a long time ago. Anyway, speaking of school and grads and stuff.
Jesus forgave me.
Jesus forgave me. He paid it all. Speaking of that, the Supreme Court, I heard that has refused to what were you talking about the Supreme Court and the block of student loans?
The Supreme Court refused to block the forgiveness of about $6 million worth in student loans from those
like 5 people?
From those like for-profit colleges and then the schools that
them raggedy ass ITT.
Basically all the schools that said, hey, your degree is going to be worth something and we swear we're accredited and then weren't. All those people were supposed to be like, your loans are forgiven if your degree means shit because of something the school did. Yeah. Well, they were trying to block that, but the Supreme Court said, no, you can't block that. Yeah. Which is good. I feel like this maybe will pave the way for our forgiveness.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too, but I'm going to keep the faith.
Yeah. I'm like, damn it. Why do I have to go to a HBCU? That means something. So I'm like, shit, I can't even talk shit about that.
Well, I just feel like to be forgiven at this point, you have to be poor for the majority of your life. Like, you have to make no money to qualify for forgiveness. True. They're like, go teach in, like, one of the worst public schools in America for USA. 15 years. Exactly. Get fucking chairs thrown at you.
And then, too, like, you work in public service, but depending on the company that you work for, depending on how they do their taxes, that fucks you over. Mm-hmm. So yes, you still work in public service, but not according to the way that they file their taxes. And if they're not a 501c3, then, if they're partially owned by another big chain that is for profit and they own a bigger stake, then you're screwed.
Yeah. I'm just like, listen, one life to live.
I've forgiven it. It's above me now. I'll tell you what is also above me. Which I still get kind of sad about every now and then. Prom season is among us yet again. Why do you get sad? Because my dress was ugly compared to what these kids have nowadays.
I was like, damn, what happened?
No, I had an amazing time.
At the prom shit?
No. I had an amazing time at prom because it was my birthday on prom.
Oh, that's
right. So I turned 18 on my prom day. Wow. On the 18th, which was great. So
golden birthday.
Yes. So I turned 18 on the 18th of May, 2002. So, yeah, because I didn't graduate till June. Florida graduates late. Oh. Because we start a little bit later. But anyway, prom season is among us. And as y'all know, Gen Z is out here killing it and making all of our prom outfits look a hot-ass mess.
Is that just a Southern thing or is that happening? Okay.
Okay. it's a Southern black thing.
Okay.
Because white kids traditionally, I feel like, don't really dress up and go all out like black kids stunt. Do. No, they do not. They buy very basic, Macy's, Dillard's dresses. Exactly. Yeah. Black people, they get it custom made. And they look like it's like a, like the show on like dresses. the gypsy weddings.
Yeah.
That's how they look.
My big fat gypsy wedding.
Yes. And they just rhinestones and just, poofies
wow.
and all that kind of stuff.
I know. I love them. They're beautiful. Also, I love how they're like, they rent cars to take pictures with. That's fun.
I told you what kind of car I had for prom.
A hoopty.
No, it wasn't a hoopty. It just wasn't a popular. It was an Oldsmobile Aurora. Aurora. That's what it was. And I was like, you couldn't have got me something simple, a Cadillac. Come on, Dad. Jeez. But yeah, my dad was like, no, you don't need to stunt it. It had leather.
There you go.
And it was white. It was pearly white.
Basically a limo.
It got me to point A to point B.
That's all you
I drove and I had fun.
Point.
That's it. I had fun. So
these kids are doing the most.
They are, and I love it though.
But I was talking to her about this earlier. The mermaid style dress is really popular. Yes. Or trumpet, I guess. I don't know what the hell it's called. Where the bottom flares out really big, kind of a circle around them, look like a cupcake. Yeah. These boys are standing on top of these girls' dresses.
Well, because the dresses are so big.
I can't stand it. Get the hell off my dress.
Maybe it's just like they're standing on the ground and not on the dress. It's just blended in to make it look like they're standing on the dress.
There's some where they are just flat out standing on top of the train of this dress.
That's horrible.
To get close for the picture. So the ones that I really like are where the girl has her whole dress spread out around her and the boy's 6 paces behind, just chilling,
where he should
posing, where he should be.
Yeah, I've seen some girls though, I've seen specifically on TikTok where some couples are they're both wearing matching tuxes, or it's like a feminine version of a tux. Really? And they're matching, and girls are just I don't want to wear a dress, I don't want to wear heels, but I still want to look just as fly as ever. And they're getting custom made tuxedos
that match their date.
And I think that's amazing. Wow. Yeah, I think that's amazing. So
I wanted to wear a tux once to a wedding, like a lady tux.
They're gorgeous.
They're hard to find.
They are. You have to get, most of the time you have to get them custom made.
Custom made, yeah.
And if a man has a best woman, and then because Safari had that. His sister was, I think, a groomsman or a womansman, whatever, in his wedding, and the tux that she had on was beautiful. Yeah, a groomswoman. The tux she had on was beautiful. I think it was red, I want to say, and it had black lapels or whatever. It was gorgeous. Oh, that's cool. Gorgeous. But yeah, it's like an Olivia Pope kind of, on steroids. But also too, there have been quite a few accidents and quite a few deaths, unfortunately, with this prom season. So for those Gen Zers, if you actually do watch this and listen to our podcast, please be careful. Please be careful. You don't want the last day of your life to be prom. That is horrible. I did see a baby. To these 2 Alabama students. She was gorgeous. She had a pretty pink outfit on, and unfortunately, they got into a car accident. Her and her date both they died on the scene. So y'all just be careful out there. I know prom season is fun. I know it's amazing. Please don't drink and drive. Y'all make it to graduation, make it off to college, or just to finish high school. Do not let your life be cut short by speeding and drinking and driving.
There's been a lot of crazy stuff. Did you see that? There's that black boy and then the friend of the family. They were on vacation, and he saw these little kids get caught up in this crazy, not a riptide, but
a wave or something?
I guess a riptide. They started drowning. He went to go save them. He got pulled under the tide.
Oh, Jesus.
One of the family friends went to go help him. He got pulled under the tide.
No.
It's not horrible when the kids had to be airlifted out.
That's horrible.
But he was I think he was 16, went to go save these little kids.
Oh my God. I just
don't know that
I would do that.
I would love to think that I am that person. In my head, I want to be that person.
No, I don't want to be that person.
I don't know that I am that person.
But if I were ever in that predicament, I would want a person who would be willing to do it. I don't know. We could say what we would do in those positions, but you never know.
I just saved a life a couple weeks ago.
So but you were on the clock, ma'am. You had no choice. The nurse was like, "Please help. I'm losing it. Please."
I was getting paid.
Exactly. If you're not getting paid for a stranger, no.
Yeah. I don't know.
And your life wasn't in danger had you not stepped in to save that person.
I don't know if I see the burning house, I'm the person who's I'm going
Hell
in.
No.
Yeah.
I'll be like, somebody call. Give me the hose. But I'm not a person. I'm not like Meredith Grey. I'm not going to go into.
That bitch stayed trying to die.
She stayed trying to die. And her psychiatrist kept telling her that. She's just like, you have a death wish. No, I don't. Yes, you do. You stuck your hand in a body cavity with a freaking bomb. Yeah, a bomb. Like, what the hell is wrong with you, Meredith? But anyway, yeah, I don't know. What were you speaking of? Some crazy things, especially with kids. What were you talking about? Some middle school fight club or something?
Y'all, the teachers are teaching life lessons. School of Hard Knocks. This teacher,
if they shenan once, they gonna shenan again. So that girl TikTok, she was like, one thing about motherfuckers, if you let them shenan once, they gonna shenan again.
The internet is unmatched. There like it. Was a teacher. Woo! And where do you think? What state? If I had to give you a state.
I know it's gonna be my home state, Florida, the great state of Florida.
100% was Tallahassee, Florida.
No,
her name is
Tallahassee.
Angel Footman.
Tallahassee's a nice place.
Well,
what school was this?
Let me get my facts.
Please don't say Rickards.
Griffin Middle School.
Never even heard of it. I lived there 14 years. Never heard of that school.
She started a fight club in her class of 6th graders.
The teacher. She
said the rules were 30 seconds, no screaming, no yelling, no phones. Duke it out. We're going to get this done right here.
Okay, unpopular opinion. I think that's a great idea. Would you like to know why?
Oh my God. This is how
it's gonna be a good thing. Here's the thing. Kids don't fight anymore. Kids bring guns and knives to schools and are now mass shooters. When I was in school, the only thing you had was just like how John Witherspoon said in Friday, use your hands right here. That's literally what you had. You either came to school and you got your ass beat or you beat somebody else's ass. And that's it.
You can stay, you can get your ass beat.
Exactly.
You can stay, you can get your ass beat.
Exactly. And now, but I think that that's a good idea because if you got a beef with somebody, just fight it out. You don't need to bring a gun to school. You don't need to bring a knife to school. You don't need to kill anybody. Duke it out like people, like a grown person. I don't know if that's necessarily grown people,
maybe
but whatever.
Talk about your feelings.
No, sometimes people need their asses beat.
No, thank you.
And you can, I'm telling you.
Do not sign me up for the ass beat.
Well, I'm just saying, but some people need to duke it out. They need to duke it out.
Yeah, but how do you know they're not going to duke it out and then the one who lost isn't going to come back the next day with a gun?
Well, I'm just saying, you get another chance. So I'm quite sure with this fight club, maybe she said, okay, you have another chance next month. Go practice or do something. I don't know. Is that my computer?
That's you. Okay. Mm-hmm. So how would you feel if your 6th grader came home black eye and you're like, what the hell happened? You're like, well, my teacher said no phones, no screaming, no crying, no blood, and they let someone just wail on me.
Oh, we practicing that weekend because you're gonna go back there and beat their ass. You already know I'm for fighting. I let kids fight. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Because you need to learn how to defend yourself, and you're not gonna win every fight. That's not the idea of it. You're not gonna win every fight. Sometimes you're gonna get your ass beat, and sometimes you need your ass beat. Sometimes you're gonna be the winner. So I think you as a parent, I think that's great to let your kids learn how to fight. Like you need to learn how to defend yourself. Because if I do it, I'm gonna go to jail. And then you're gonna be raised in foster care with your aunties or something. So I mean, I need you to learn how to fight.
I just don't think that went over well with admin.
Well, definitely not. But society, I think that's a great idea. I think more kids need to start learning how to fight and defend themselves. You'll get rid of a lot of bullies if you allow kids to fight each other. And it's fair. Nobody's getting jumped. Nobody has no brass knuckles or nothing like that. It's a fair fight. Y'all two are duking it out, and you only get 30 seconds.
A controlled environment.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, other people may disagree with me, and that's perfectly fine.
That's a hot take here at the Face Off.
Unpopular opinion. That's why it's called the Face Off. Y'all let us know what y'all think in comments. So we may read it, we may not.
Loud. But yeah, she has charges pressed against her.
The teacher?
The teacher.
I'm protesting
said, your ass is going to jail, Bart.
That's not a jailable offense.
What do you mean that's not a jailable offense?
That's problem solving as a teacher. Like I applaud that teacher for doing that.
She probably just wanted like 15 minutes of quiet.
Probably.
A piece.
I just want to know how many kids volunteered.
Well, yeah.
Because 30 seconds, it doesn't seem like a long time, but in a heavyweight, fight, that seems like forever. Like, oh my God, they're killing me.
Yeah. Well, she admitted she failed to call for. Oh, she said
Oh God.
When they questioned her about it, she said, "Well, I didn't organize the fights, but I didn't stop them or call for help when they were happening."
Okay. I get that. These kids tower over teachers all the time. And I'm only saying this because my family,
There's some
I have a family,
big kids out there.
These kids, they are married with kids and they tower over these teachers. I know I towered over a few of my teachers.
Really?
I did. I was very tall.
Did you call him little man?
No, but I definitely pushed one of my teachers one time because I was about to fight this girl and she tried to break it up and I pushed her against the board. And I didn't mean to, but you were in my way.
That seems like if I was bigger than some like teacher boy man and I said little man, that seems like a good insult. What are you gonna do, little man?
Yeah, not really.
You don't think so?
No, you gotta say like a cuss word with it.
I think it would cut him deep. Little man.
You gotta add some bass to it.
Little man.
Okay, not that, but like with a cuss word or something like that at least.
Well, speaking of fuck you looking at, little man?
Exactly.
That was good.
That was good. I was convinced. I was scared a little bit. Whew.
I'm gonna go fight somebody today.
Speaking of little man, I don't know if we can talk about this and we can talk about it now because this is gonna be a short episode. Anyway,
speaking of little man,
this guy, y'all. Okay, this guy in Minnesota paid for height surgery and this was an episode of Grey's Anatomy. Actually, this guy did this. So apparently this guy paid $170,000 to have his height readjusted because he was,
for having $170,000, I'd make you feel as tall as you wanted to feel.
Seriously, I would too. So this guy was in Minnesota and he's a 41-year-old. His name is Moses Gibson. And he basically said that he struggled to get a girlfriend due to him being 5'5". First of all, I
don't think it was the height.
No, because there's a lot of short men with wives.
Kevin Hart,
well,
minuscule,
but he also has Kevin Hart money.
That's true.
So a Flavor Flav, but he has Flavor Flav money. Anywho, but yeah, he's
also got a Flavor Flav face.
That's true. And then he said that he just didn't feel good about himself and that he was subjected to heightism. And I'm like, bitch, what the fuck is heightism?
Well, here's the issue. You've got these little girls 5'0", 5'2", but they're dating these 6-foot motherfuckers.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm like, there are girls out there who you are tall to.
Would you date a man that's shorter than you?
Listen, the only height I care about's in the wallet.
Thank you.
But
you can't be less than 5 feet though. That's not gonna work. You can't be a little person.
No, you can't like look up to you can't crick your neck to me.
You can't be a little person.
Because again, no. I'm gonna give you the good little man all the time. I don't need that kind of power.
I'm too big. You're gonna have to tower over me.
As long as you can pick me up and dunk me, I'll take a smooth 5'8".
Yeah, because we can be this. I just won't wear heels around you.
I'll look you in the eye. Fucking tell you some shit.
But if I have to look down at you, no.
And that's just on me. I'll nuck if I'm buck.
But if you're the man of my dreams,
hey,
bring your little short ass home, brother. Hey. Okay. But
you're 6 foot when you stand on the wallet.
Exactly. So basically, he underwent 2 procedures, and he did the first one in 2016. And basically, he paid $75,000 for the first procedure. Then he came back again and did a second surgery.
Back again? No.
To get 2 additional inches. So he went from 5'5" to 5'8", which
That's
I'm like,
it?
For $170,000, you should have just.
I better be 6 foot.
Exactly.
I'm not paying almost $200,000 to be 5'8". You got me fucked up.
But here's what they did: the doctors broke his tibia and his fibula bones and screwed magnetic limb lengthening nails into them. But now he has to use a height lengthening device 3 times a day in order to pull the cut bones apart 1 millimeter at a time. Now, as a physical therapist, I wouldn't know what to do with you for treatment. What are your weight bearing precautions? You would need a walker because I don't know what to do with you.
Hopefully your arms are 5 out of 5.
They better be because you're going to be screwed.
But also.
Literally.
Listen, and I'm going to say this. I mean this so truthfully, respectfully.
I don't know what you did.
If I'm reading this chart, right?
Yeah.
I'm reading this because that surgery sounds horrible.
Horrible.
Awful.
Horrible.
Wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Painful.
If I'm reading this chart and I walk in the room and I see your little patas hanging over the bed and you only look like a solid 5'8" after you underwent this whole thing, I'm gonna laugh in your face.
I don't think you would do that because you'd lose your job.
I'd lose my job. But I'm gonna laugh behind your back.
Yeah.
Because no girl who wasn't gonna date you at 5'5" is gonna date you at 5'8".
Because nobody cares about your height. They care about your face.
No one cares about 3 inches.
Yeah. They're looking at your face. Let's be clear. They're looking at your face and your personality.
Use the face card, my guy.
Yeah.
Well, is this like the male equivalent to just BBL, like liposuction?
Could be possibly, yeah.
Breast augmentation. Except that's like what, $15 G's for a good one. For a good BBL. 20.
I've heard some people paying only $5,000 if you go out
Dominican.
Well, yeah. I mean, you may die, but
and
your
the
booty
Dominican
will look good in your casket.
For like $5,000 to $7,000 in the Dominican, you can get a full BBL. You recover in like one of those nice ass spas for like a week, and then you come back.
And the thing is, I don't ever
heavily
judge
researched
people.
this. I was considering for like a good 2 months.
I don't ever judge people for wanting to get plastic surgery because I feel like you should do whatever you feel necessary to be able to feel confident in the body that you're in. And people have this idea that just because like God didn't make no mistakes. Okay, God didn't make no mistakes, but I don't like what I got at the end of the bargain. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I may have made some mistakes. I may have ate way too many cheeseburgers in my past time, so I want liposuction. But I personally don't want to get any kind of surgery, but I don't judge other people because I think sometimes surgery definitely enhances some of these women and they look amazing. And I'd be looking at them like, damn, that's a fat ass. Now I'm not gay, but I can appreciate the female body, especially if you have a BBL or even if it's just natural. You know what I'm saying? But some of these BBLs be looking very natural and they look really good.
I just feel like there's a difference between getting some fat sucked up out of your legs and shoved into your ass and someone pulling your bones apart like you're in one of those Renaissance torture devices
on the set of Misery.
Yeah, I just feel like there's a balance. If you're short, you gotta have a good face.
Yeah, but if you're really unhappy with just your height and you think you look good, because that could be it too. You could be really ugly.
There's
to
short
other people.
guys all over the world who are, happy with their love life.
Just like there are
secure
heavier,
in themselves.
Just like there are heavier set women or skinny women with flat butts and flat chests who look amazing and have wonderful husbands and wives and whatnot, but you just feel like I'm not happy in this body or the skin that I'm in.
Acceptance starts in here.
No.
In here. But yeah, no, if someone offered me free like plastic surgery.
BBL, you do it?
Yeah, hell yeah. Well,
BBLs are dangerous.
Maybe not a BBL because I don't want to go septic or like have a heart attack or something.
Blood clot and die. Yeah.
But like if someone offered me free lipo tomorrow, I'd do it. Or a nose job.
I think I would do lipo.
Hell yeah. Why not?
So, I don't need it anyway. Fat is not good. So
take it.
Just you can have it. I mean, I've always wanted a calf reduction, but
that would be so nice.
But I think it would be painful though.
Ooh, how do you walk?
Because you got a lot of muscle back there.
I would love to know what this man's recovery process was.
Well, I mean, he had the first surgery in 2016.
Damn, dude.
So I can only imagine.
This just seems invasive as hell. And you know what? It was your money, sir. What? How? That's a lot of money. What does he do?
$170,000. He said
he making money.
He's a data engineer or some kind of engineer.
Oh, he making money.
Yeah, he was like, I'm a hard worker, and he saved up $75,000 over the course of 3 years.
See, that's the kind of man I need.
Short or tall. You're already determined. I can make you feel good about your height.
That's what I'm saying. For $170,000, I will make you feel as tall as you want to be.
Stand on top of that money, baby. Speaking of going on dates and stuff with this man paying for this, what were you talking about? A woman who went on a date and disappeared.
Y'all, one of my biggest fears, besides sex trafficking, just disappearing in general.
Just know you won't be found for at least a week if you're depending on me. I'm just saying.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Saying it here live first.
It'll be the fans tweeting. They're like, where's the girl?
Where's Fowler? She's supposed to be over here at 5 o'clock.
You would just be like, she didn't show up for another episode. She sucks. Okay. There is this woman, Leticia Martinez Cosman. So she went on a date, right? Mm-hmm. Do I know what city this is in?
Please don't say Florida. We've had enough excitement for that.
I'm in Seattle. Goes on a date with this man. Thank God takes a selfie with him. Yeah. Because she disappears that night.
Jesus Lord.
Disappears, y'all. Which, like, again, in 2023, how does anyone disappear?
Easy.
But she did. And obviously, she sent the picture to her son and was like, hey, on a date. Yeah. Thank God. This man, whole ass, murdered her. Strangled her to death, burned her car.
Jesus.
Yeah, when they finally looked into him, found him, he has had multiple, like, what do you call it when you're like, you can't get next to me or you're going to go to jail?
Stalking.
I'm going to file a restraining order. Thank you. Multiple restraining orders filed against him. One from his mother because he's threatened to kill his mom multiple times.
See, people like that just need to be locked up. If your mama press charges on you, that's a problem.
Y'all.
A huge problem.
Wow.
That's horrible.
That's why I stay my ass at home.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. I'm asking to be kidnapped.
I made white safety. What the hell?
Do you think people like that, like, obviously we don't know this man. Do you think he gave off red flags, or do you think he's like a sociopath and like knows how to like act normal and
probably a
normal?
bit of both? And two, I think in the dating world, like everybody's wearing a mask, right? Like that's what you're supposed to do, unfortunately. Exactly. And so the thing is, you either, like, you know how people say, oh, this is just too good to be true, so it probably is. Mm-hmm. But I think too, your friends, your family members, they try to tell you, you know what, you just never know. You've been waiting for your knight in shining armor, blah, blah, blah. Give them a chance. Don't always think negative. And so you go into it with this positive outlook and you ignore the red flags.
Yeah.
Or he just played really, really good and didn't give any kind of indication that he was a psychopath. And because he's good at being a psychopath.
And at that point, like, man.
Yeah.
You didn't stand a chance.
But I mean, when you
listen, if someone wants to kill you,
they're going to kill you.
They're going to kill you.
Absolutely.
But that is so sad.
And I wonder too how long they had been talking before they went on a date, because there's some people who can talk for months before they actually go out. You just never know. You know, they may just have phone conversation, FaceTimes, whatever the case may be. People's schedules are busy, whatever. You know, people, I mean, come up with all kind of reasons as to why they don't go out on dates right away.
This just makes me wonder if he's done it before.
I'm quite sure.
But like, I feel like Murder by Dating App was such an old, like that's.
No, it happened last year with like 4 black women.
I know.
And they went to these apartments of these white guys, like, and they found them dead.
It's very much giving Craigslist Killer. And that's like, it's a Lifetime movie, which means it's old as shit. Like it's Lifetime. It's made a Lifetime movie.
No.
When was the Craigslist? When do you think that was? The Craigslist Killer?
Probably like 2016, 2017. It was in the 2010s. Because Craigslist was popular.
2009.
Okay, I was close enough. Almost there.
He looks like he'd kill somebody.
But even Bumble, people on Bumble and Tinder and stuff have been killing people and going Plenty of Fish. That was a big thing. People on Plenty of Fish were killing people. Absolutely.
Damn, dude.
It's crazy.
It's not safe out here.
No, it's not.
Single forever.
I mean, that's your story, not mine. But
you want to end up unalive?
Because I'm bringing some kind of weapon.
That's true.
And you have to you need to share your location. Let somebody track you. Take pictures of the person. I mean, you damn near got to do a background check before you go on a date with somebody.
Meet in a public place. Stay in public places.
Even if you know the person through a mutual friend, y'all hang out all the time. The minute you let your guard down,
yeah, because here's what's scary. Like, let's say you do all the safe stuff, right? And then say he like drops you off, doesn't come in, but then comes back later and knocks on the door. You're gonna be like, "What? That's weird." Open the door, bang over the head.
Exactly.
You're out cold.
Exactly.
Are you kidding? And I did everything I was supposed to do. I just opened the door because it was someone I knew.
Right. Most times, people who kill you are people who you know.
It's trash.
Case in point.
This man also looked white. I'm just gonna say it.
He looked serial killer.
He looked serial killery.
Yeah, most of them. Well,
he's 46 years old.
He looked like he was 70. At least in that picture, he did. I'm just saying, he looked 70.
Ew. I went out the other night. What is today? Sunday. 2 nights ago on Friday. Mm-hmm. My friend and I went to a bar, and for once her husband didn't come with us, and I just like forget how many people approach you when there's not a man with you. It's disgusting. And we're just like, these people keep coming up to us, and we're very much giving off like, leave me the fuck alone. And watching these 2 other girls on the other side of the bar, they're also getting approached. They are our age. What am I, 28? They look around my age, like 26, 27.
Yeah.
The old Steve Jobs, 50 pounds heavier looking motherfucker is just like chatting. I was like, you are disgusting. This girl is 20 years old.
Yeah.
Get away.
Well, that's what they want.
I know. It's weird.
Well, if you're a psychopath.
In New Balances and everything.
Oh, serial killer. No, who wears New Balances? And I'm not talking about the fancy ones now. I'm talking about the old, like either the navy ones or the gray ones.
Yes.
That's how you know they're serial killers.
Mm-hmm. No, they were, you know what they were? The white, like leather looking ones with the blue on the side.
Serial killer. Mm-hmm. Like the dad in New Balances.
And I was like, I watch too much true crime.
Yeah. Well,
so either you just killed your wife or you're about to kill me.
Absolutely.
And if you're not, I'll make you want to kill your wife to be with me. And that's not good for anybody. I don't want you to want to kill your wife just to be with me. That's so mean.
I think you're the psychopath, honestly. I think the phone call's coming from inside the house.
Can't be me.
It definitely sounds pretty good. So remember we were talking about last week how, Congress is still trying to ban TikTok, blah, blah, blah.
Congress.
So basically 2 states have put into act right now, have passed laws against it. So the state of Florida has, well, I'll say this first. Montana, which there's like a population of 5.
60 people in Montana.
Exactly. They have now banned TikTok on all devices, personal and private, government, the whole 9. Florida has banned it on like college campuses. So if you use the college Wi-Fi, you cannot go on to TikTok or access TikTok. But I think it's amazing how Congress was so concerned about our data being breached and being taken by China through TikTok. But the FBI has now warned Americans specifically that, you know how when you go to the airport and you're charging up your phone, right? Mm-hmm. Hackers have now been using this new technology where they are hacking into the USB ports of the seats and stuff of the USB ports where are charging stations and stuff. So I'm just like, we're being hacked in our own country and you're worried about China? I think you need to get your priorities straight, United States Congress. Like, what the fuck?
There's something else brewing. On a more serious note, what do you think the actual population of the state of Montana is?
I would the state?
The state of Montana.
It's got to be at least 600,000.
Okay, yes.
Really?
No, it's 1.1 million.
Wow.
What do you think the population of the city of San Antonio is?
Probably 1.1.
1.4 million. There are more people in this city than there are in the entire state of Montana.
Damn.
So I'm like, and that's what you're going to... And first of all, who the hell in Montana is using TikTok?
They probably ain't even got Wi-Fi.
Come on.
They in the mountains freezing their ass off. So, I mean...
Why do I have to get my form of relief and entertainment taken away? Because y'all don't know how to fucking put up cybersecurity.
Exactly.
Hire people.
They
Teach
won't
the
pay
kids.
Them. They won't pay them. But I think, too, you know what I think what should happen, though? I think a lot of TikTok creators, especially some of the main TikTok creators, should sue the federal government for taking away their livelihood, because that's what's getting ready to happen. You have a lot of influencers that make a lot of money through sponsorships, ads, and whatnot, and even just from views and comments and stuff. And I think that y'all should band together and sue the shit out of the federal government. I think you'd win.
Amen.
I really do, because you're fucking up people's livelihood. Nobody blocks them from being able to trade on the open stock market.
The birth control people are losing their jobs.
They are.
The TikTok people are losing their jobs. Basically, they're just targeting women under 30. They hate us.
That's right. They hate us. Because I'm under 30. Slid that one right on in. I'll tell you what else.
She meant it.
What else is under some stuff? Florida is underwater. Specifically South Florida, specifically Fort Lauderdale, Florida, which is where I'm from.
How is Miami?
Miami is a little bit better, I think.
Thank God.
But what the hell?
I love that place.
Fuck Miami. No, I'm kidding. So Fort Lauderdale has had torrential rain this past week, and it's been so bad that literally they had to shut down the airport. So one of my cousins got married this past week, and my other cousins were supposed to fly out on Thursday morning. Their flights got canceled because the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport was literally underwater, and like the planes, like, the big wheel in the very front, some of them were like halfway submerged. That's how bad it was. Like,
it's
the
not
water,
even hurricane season.
No, it's not yet. Well, yeah, no. I think it's
September. Is it August?
No. It goes from September to April. So July. I think it starts in July.
Hey Siri.
Yeah.
When is hurricane season? July to November. That's why I don't go to the beach those months.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not hurricane season right now. But yeah, it's definitely
April showers bring May flowers.
Exactly. But I mean, usually I don't think I've ever experienced rain like that living in Fort Lauderdale and being born and raised there. I mean, because again, we have hurricanes all the time, tropical depressions, tropical storms.
Tropical depression? What the hell is that?
A tropical depression is like when the rain just sits on you.
I get so tropical it's a little bit depression. That's when I leave vacation.
Okay, no, it's like a tropical storm, but the rain just depresses on you and just stays there.
Oh, that's wild.
Tropical storm, it just moves.
Yeah.
But the depression just kind of stays there.
Ooh.
And it causes flood. People are just like, well, y'all got a bunch of bodies of water. I'm like, but Florida's already below sea level, so yeah. But anyway, I mean, we do have good drainage, but not right now. So it was raining like all day for like 2 days straight. And so there were cars that were underwater. There's been so much water. And then even too, one of my sisters, she just left Fort Lauderdale And she said that gas, she couldn't get gas until she was in Boca, and it was like $5 a gallon.
Holy smokes!
But because I think that a lot of the gas is underwater, so it's like supply and demand, or it has water in it. Dang. So yeah,
you know what doesn't mix?
Water and gas.
Water and oil.
Okay, but gas specifically.
Water and gas specifically.
Right.
Fossil fuels.
Yes. What were you telling me about AI, artificial intelligence? Not Allen Iverson.
First of all, you know,
because I knew you were going to talk about
what were you telling me about Allen Iverson? Great guy. You know how it was going around, everyone was getting those AI generated headshots done?
Yes, which were beautiful, by the way.
Sophia did hers. It is the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
She looks dead in the eyes. She looks like
because AI doesn't have a soul.
Yeah, she looks like
sorry, I shivered.
Literally a cartoonized version of herself, but like not. It was weird.
Yeah,
I don't like it. Creep me out. Give me the ick. I will not be doing it. I don't know if you saw, like, everyone is with AI making those like crossovers, like, oh, this is Rihanna singing Beyonce's song. This is so and so singing so and so's song. So automatically when I saw that, I was like,
this is sketch.
This is sketchy. Someone's gonna get in trouble. But then on TikTok, I saw this guy who was like, I wrote a Drake and The Weeknd song and I put it through AI, like they're singing it. And immediately I was like, how? This is not fucking legal. There's no way you can do this.
It shouldn't be.
But also, like, there's probably no law against it. You can't make it's like having someone's likeness and, what do they call it? Likeness and
their image.
Boom. That's the word. But that's crazy now. You can have a voice of anyone saying anything.
Exactly. And I think and this is why, again, we said this on the last podcast, AI is uncontrollable. And it's going to be way too smart for you. And then even too, I did see this one thing where this mom, there was a scam that was used. These scammers used AI, which was basically a voice recording of her 12-year-old daughter. And they basically said, oh, we kidnapped your daughter. We want $1 million in ransom. And they used her daughter's voice to make it seem like, oh my God, Mom, I'm kidnapped. Da, 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 da. She's like, my daughter's fucking sitting right here. But
you know whose voice is going to be super easy to AI now?
Podcasters.
Ours, bitch. Because how many episodes do we have fucking floating out there?
But here's the thing about my voice, though, specifically, I think, knock on wood, this isn't my real voice.
My voice?
Yeah, this is my podcast voice.
Oh, your podcast voice.
You know what my real voice sounds like.
I know what your real voice sounds like.
So, yeah. And it depends on what time of day you're talking to me, too, that my voice sounds very different.
I hope this isn't my real voice, because when I listen to our podcast back, I'm like, Jesus Christ, she's annoying.
How do you think I feel when I'm editing?
I know. I don't know how you do it.
I'm like, I don't want to hear fucking
tell her to
voice.
Shut up.
I don't want to hear my voice. And then when I'm at the bedside with patients, my voice is even, good morning. I'm Monica from physical therapy.
The best is when you're like, how are you doing today? And they're like, awful. And you're like,
but why?
Anyway, yeah. Well, sorry to hear that.
I'm from physical therapy.
Anyway, there's things I need to get done today, so you need to perk it up, buddy.
Exactly.
I'm just waiting for I want you to picture this. Close your eyes.
Oh, Jesus. I can't.
I need you to hear those sirens that go off in all the scary movies you watch. They're like, wah, wah. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Okay, that siren going off, and then it's like all over all the radios, it's Joe Biden's voice, and it's like The Purge or something crazy or like an atom bomb. He's announcing it, and it's AI, and everyone freaks out and goes crazy.
The FBI is going to come knocking at your door?
Well, no, not me, but I'm like, that's feasible that like someone puts out a very like notable or famous person saying something crazy, you know?
If they're hacking gas stations and like gas portals and gas lines, they can absolutely hack our national broadcasting system.
It'll be like Hunger Games. Ooh.
Exactly. May the odds forever be in your favor.
Like when she's like, PETA, it's Katniss.
Or the little, birds? And she heard Prim screaming, the Mockingjays. Mm-hmm. And he's like, where do you think they got that voice from? Clearly, because it was Prim actually screaming.
We are all headed towards the Hunger Games.
We are.
I'm so excited.
And I'm not volunteering as tribute.
Hell no.
I'm shooting my way out. I'm shooting my way out.
I'm hiding.
That's all I got to say.
I was going to tell you something, but now I forgot about it. We were talking about AI. Mm-hmm. We were talking about that. Katniss. Nope. And it's gone. That's all right.
It'll come back to you.
Okay. You know how I count myself down to get back on track?
Yeah.
This girl was like, my therapist told me that I should sing, like, come on, Barbie, let's go party, when I'm trying to, like, what did she call it?
Remember?
No. It's some like super scientific fucking cognitive based theory that's like.
Is that like singing ha 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 staying alive? When
It's just
CPR?
kind of like a little like phrase. I guess teachers use it too. What is that called? Oh man, when you want to get back on track to something, or like when you have a kid with autism and you're trying to like. Son of a gun.
I don't work with children with autism.
I know. Doesn't matter. But I just got off track completely.
Yeah, and then you went off on a whole other tangent about the Barbie song.
Dude, I was having, here's another one. I was having breakfast with my grandpa.
Yeah.
And we were talking about something. And, I was talking about the yogurt that I was eating and it's from Russia. And he was like, oh, yeah, something. He goes, subject change, and changed the subject to talk to something else. And then, like, 2 minutes later, I said, okay, yeah, but were they from, he was talking about a family. I was like, were they from Russia? Or he was like, no, I told you I was changing the subject. I was like,
he just didn't give a fuck about your yogurt.
I was like, oh, I thought it related, but just not very well.
No.
He was like, no, I told you I was changing
your
the
yogurt's
subject.
boring, bitch. I'm changing the subject.
I was like, okay.
Thanks for that, Grandpa.
Yeah.
I love that. That is hilarious.
He's like I was the idiot. He was like, no, I told you I was changing the subject.
No, like yogurt is boring. I get it. It's fucking Russian yogurt.
We're done with you. We're on to me.
Grandparents are so rude.
I know.
I'll tell you who else is rude. And I guess they're looked at as a grandpa in this world. Actually, they're disgusting. The Dalai Lama. Did you see in the news recently that the Dalai Lama was somewhere and it was a few kids that were coming up and hugging him and everything, and he literally stuck his tongue out and told this little boy to suck on his fucking tongue.
Okay, yeah, what was that?
That was his pedophilia coming out live and in color.
That was real.
Because you can't,
real weird.
You cannot convince me that he has never done that in private before.
You know how there are some things, this is not one of them, but there are some things where you can look at it and you can be like, okay, that's a joke we all made. That's something we all do. No.
That's never appropriate for an adult to ever tell a child to suck their tongue. The only time that is acceptable is if you are having sexual intercourse with two grown adults. Consenting adults.
We endorse a tongue suck for sexy time.
Exactly. But if you're telling a child, there's no way that a joke should ever be told. That's like telling a toddler, hey, suck my dick. What? that should never happen. That should never fucking happen.
I'm out.
I'm just saying.
What the fuck is wrong with
Like, why would you think in your grown adult mind telling a child to suck your tongue is appropriate and it's a funny joke? That's not a funny joke. That's fucking disgusting. I'm telling you, ever since they killed Jeffrey Epstein, these people have been needing hits of children, and they're showing their pedophilia. Even just that one, what was it, Minnesota governor or Minnesota congressman, like voted to have 12-year-olds to be able to get married, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Well, and now all the media is like, the government's releasing that y'all are taking his like grandfatherly innocent nature out of context.
And when Joe Biden was posing with his granddaughter and he had his hand a certain way on his granddaughter, kind of like gripping her shoulders repeatedly, people were like, that's very pedophilish. Like, there's just certain ways you shouldn't touch kids.
After all the things we've seen come out in the last like 5 years, and now everyone, you shouldn't touch kids at all. Don't put your hands on any child that is not your own. All the stuff that's come out, and now when you watch it back, you're like, oh, that was inappropriate. Oh, he was handsy. Oh, that comment was weird. Oh, and it's all been true. Yeah. So now I'm just like, take everything at face value. If you thought it was weird and you felt it was icky, it's weird and icky.
Because even too, like, I've known, like, or seen pictures and stuff where it can be like a 3 or 4 year old little girl, right? And of course, she doesn't have breasts or anything yet. But still, if you put your hand in that vicinity of where her breasts are going to be, where her nipples are, that to me, you have to be very careful with your hand placement with children. Like, even, okay, if you have a baby, right? Like, I've held my nephew 1,000,001 times, right? Or just babies in general. And you know, sometimes you'll hold a baby like by the crotch or whatever, but the
never
diaper
held a baby by the crotch.
Not by the crotch. But I'm just saying, like,
she's like, you don't grab your baby by the crotch.
Like you ever see parents when
like
they're
holding them underneath
the buttock area or but it's the diaper that they're holding because the diaper is so big. Exactly. And so I'm like, for babies, that's understandable because you hold them in a certain way, you rock them, you hold them into a football stance or whatever. But when kids start to get older, you need to really watch your hand placement of where you're putting your hands on children, because it can just be you can think it's very innocent, but that could be traumatic to that child, especially in the climate that we're in. It's just not appropriate, period. And to tell a child to suck your tongue, that's disgusting. And you're a dirty old grandpa if that's what they choose to look at you as. You're a nasty ass piece of shit.
There's something about being an old man doing dirty things. It just, ugh.
It's disgusting. Disgusting. I'll tell you what else is disgusting. Okay, spitting.
Aren't Tibetan monks supposed to be like...
Not touchy-feely?
Yeah.
That's what I thought too. But
you can go
maybe because they're Gen Zers. I don't know. Speaking of disgusting things, so spitting to me is like the biggest form of disrespect ever. Like
spitting?
Yeah, spitting on somebody. Like you can call my mama anything. You can talk about me. You can talk about my kids, whatever.
You don't want
but if you
spitting in your mouth?
Yes, I would love that. No, I would not.
She would.
No, I wouldn't. That's disgusting. You spit on me, I'm gonna kill you. So people spitting on each other, I think, is very disgusting, right? And I think it's the highest form of disrespect, especially if you chew tobacco and you spit. I'm gonna kick your ass. So this guy,
oh, gross,
this black man here in Texas, and I guess I should have the story up. Hold on, please. Where's my? Hold on.
If someone was like, "Can I spit in your mouth for $65,000?" Would you do it?
Fuck no. 65? 65 million, probably.
No one's gonna give you $65 million to spit in your mouth.
Well, I guess you ain't gonna be spitting.
What if some guy was like, "Will you spit in my mouth for $30,000?" Like he wants you to spit in his mouth.
Absolutely, I do it.
Yeah, same.
I wouldn't have a problem with it. But you're not about to spit in my mouth. Fuck no, I'll kill you.
You have to have like some good to like make it right in someone's mouth.
Okay, can you not? You don't have to do the sound effects. So, Larry Pearson, who's a 36-year-old, he was basically being charged with harassing a public servant. It was a alleged domestic violence situation. I'm just saying alleged for the protection of our podcast. And apparently he was being a little, attitudinal with the police officer, right?
Attitudinal is a great word.
Right. So he spit on the police officer and he was literally sentenced to 70 years in prison.
That is insane. He needs Kim Kardashian.
But you know what the crazier part is that this man is in Texas, right? In Lubbock, Texas.
Well, not a place you want to be if you're a black man.
Absolutely not. You don't want to be there. But I find it ironic how this one white murderer who killed a Black Lives Matter protester, this man has not even been sentenced yet. Okay, he's been convicted, but has not been sentenced yet. Greg Abbott is already trying to pardon this man.
He sees himself,
and he legit killed somebody. But this man just spits on a police officer and you give him 70 years?
Okay. Maybe like 7 days extra.
You shouldn't even be in jail for that. If you didn't hit the cop, punch the cop. Now I do believe that spitting on somebody, especially in this climate with COVID and everything else that's going on with bodily fluids and diseases, that you should be held accountable for doing that. But 70 years?
Isn't there a law about like the crime has to fit the punishment?
Exactly.
What happened to that?
Well, he's black, so it doesn't fit.
Oh, so we're like...
Exactly. The scales are tipped.
Jinx.
We've been doing this podcast too long. We're thinking but yeah.
But yeah.
I think that's insane. What? I hate you. I absolutely hate you. I just think that's insane.
That's awful, horrible, very sad.
It's disgusting.
70 years is a long freaking time.
For spitting on somebody?
I've killed a man for less.
Listen, at this point, I would just be trying to kill anything I could. If you're going to give me 70 years anyway, I might as well just go out kicking.
God, that's crazy.
Like, this is just...
Surely there's no way that's going to stand.
He's a black man in Texas.
I know.
If Al Sharpton or Ben Crump don't come get him,
my money's on Truly, my money's on Kim Kardashian.
I doubt it. Isn't she? Never mind. I won't even say it. Anywho, Chloe Bailey. What were you telling me about Chloe Bailey?
No, I can't. You gotta. I don't know.
You don't know anything about Chloe? Okay, so subject change. Your grandfather would say. Subject change. We are a Chloe Bailey stan podcast. We love Chloe Bailey. Wait, do you love Chloe Bailey?
Yeah, she's hot.
Okay, you had to think about that. Why did you have to think about that?
I don't know. Okay. You know why? Because the last thing I saw her in was fucking Swarm and she got murdered. So
very true. Spoiler alert. Anyway, well, she didn't get. I don't think she got murdered. I think she committed suicide.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She unalived herself.
That's right.
Yeah.
The other girl then went to murder everybody.
Exactly. Because that was her only friend, so I don't think she would have killed her. But anyway, so Chloe Bailey has been in social media news lately because her first album came out as a solo artist called Chloe. And
Good
people
title.
were saying that she only allegedly sold 10,000 units the first week. And people are just like, oh, her album flopped. And we
But
knew
I didn't
it would
even
flop.
hear about that album coming
Okay,
out.
we're going to get to that because people also were, not only were they saying that her album flopped, they were also saying and kind of blaming Beyonce because, as you know, Chloe and Halle are both signed to Beyonce, and how Beyonce did literally zero marketing for her album. And I'm just like, if you are the record label and just because you're signed to somebody doesn't mean that they are obligated to promote you.
I
But
think it does.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's like their whole job.
I don't think so.
I've also heard on the streets that Beyonce has been known to like kind of snuff out competition of her. Like her and Jay-Z will find these up and coming artists. They'll sign them just so they can like have control over their career so that they don't not outshine her, but like come up too quick or, you know.
But I just think, okay, and I get that logic, but Beyonce is Beyonce.
Because she keeps everyone.
Who's competing with her though?
No one, because she snuffs them all out.
But even if she were, I feel like Rihanna is an amazing performer.
Rihanna was
right?
signed to Jay-Z until she got away, but they were holding all her albums too.
But I felt like her character, her celebrity was still big internationally. Like despite her even not putting out music. And I just feel like if you're already number one or top two and you're not number two, why would you need to do that? Because some people said that about Rihanna and SZA.
Rihanna didn't get big until she was off doing her own thing.
I guess maybe I wasn't paying attention.
I'm just saying, there's something ain't right over there.
I mean, I just feel like, yes, it probably would have been nice for her to say, hey, y'all, this is my artist. But Beyonce ain't on the internet like that. But I think also, too, whoever Chloe's marketing team was, y'all failed. Because I didn't even know she was coming out with a new album. And I actually follow her on Instagram. And I'm like, I ain't see shit.
All I heard about was that Chris Brown song.
Yes. And
that everybody's freaking out about.
Yes.
And then this album that I still haven't even heard about. I just heard about from you.
I listened to the album while I was at work, while I was charting. And it actually was a good album. I felt like, first of all, Chloe Bailey has an amazing voice. Yeah. She's an amazing musician. And I felt like people were just like, this is just not her style. How you going to tell her what her style is?
She hasn't put out an album before.
She's a solo artist. So you can't look at the body of work that her and Halle have done together because she's a solo artist. Like, it's just like, you wouldn't expect Beyonce to have Destiny's Child like songs.
Music without Destiny's Child.
Exactly. Like that's a sound for Destiny's Child, not for Beyonce. So, I mean, people were. I think this is my personal opinion. I really think Chloe and Halle should not have gone solo just yet. And this is just my opinion as somebody who is not in the industry, but is a consumer of music. I just feel like they are more powerful together than they are apart. And I just felt like Halle and Chloe are not mainstream. Like culturally in the black community, yes. Yeah. But overall, like on a Taylor Swift level, on a Miley Cyrus level, on a Rihanna level, like international superstardom like that, their base is not big enough where they can now go solo. Do they have the ability to do it? Absolutely. I think
they
both
were
of them
not
can
Disney girls, right?
They were.
Well,
they weren't Disney Channel, but they were Disney Music.
Okay, but they weren't Disney Channel.
No, they were not Disney Channel.
And that's what gets you like
exactly
mainstream,
right? And so even though they were on Grownish, and even though they did all these competitions and people know who they are, I don't think that them together have not been mainstream. So for her to put out an album now, I'm like, maybe y'all should have put out a little bit more albums together, and then slowly but surely. But I think her coming out with singles was perfectly fine because everybody was shaking their ass to her single
because it was no great. Issues. Yeah,
but I feel like her album was great.
I just haven't even heard about it.
Her marketing team sucked. Whoever you have for marketing, Chloe, they suck. Because it wasn't that your album wasn't good. Because I listened to it and I felt like it was good. Your marketing team fucking sucked. And they failed you.
Hear from your marketing expert on the podcast.
Absolutely.
All you need is one song on a viral TikTok. Your shit will blow up.
But it did. She did. She did the things. I think people just hate Chloe Bailey. They don't have a reason as to why they hate her.
You know why? Because no one should be that fine. I kind of hate her too.
That's a stupid ass reason.
Triple threat.
That's a stupid ass reason.
She can sing. She can
jealous
dance.
of that girl.
She can act.
Right. So why are you hating?
Please tell me why you always hating.
Anyway, anything else we need to talk about before we get out of here?
No, please let me go home.
Nothing in the rehab corner. Anything you're watching?
Succession. Did you ever watch that?
No.
Y'all, I'm caught up on Succession, this final season. Holy cow. First of all, it's so nice to watch a show. Like, that show, the jokes are very intellectual. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm smart, but you have to, like...
I think you are.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
They're so funny because they're just, like, very quippy. They're witty quips.
I love how you cool.
They're just so, like, dry. Mm-hmm. I love it a lot. There's a lot of crazy shit happening this season that you're like, things that would typically happen at the end of a season, like big cliffhangers and things, are happening in the middle. So you're like, whoa. I love that show.
Cool beans. And what season are they on?
They're on 3. Okay. It's kind of like...
Where is it on? What is it on?
It's on HBO.
Okay.
It's kind of like a satire of extremely wealthy, powerful people and how, like, I don't know, just... their problems aren't real, but they are. Like, they're going through all these crazy things, and you're like, that's not a real problem. Exactly. But to them it is, and it's fun just to, like, sit on the outside and watch this immense wealth and power and just be like, this is insane. I don't know how people deal with this, but it's their life.
Cool beans.
And it's interesting because it feels realistic. In the way, like, House of Cards felt too realistic and disgusting.
Yeah.
It's this.
Cool beans.
You should give it a watch.
I haven't watched a single thing this week because I've been tired.
You haven't rewatched the Miss Pat show for the 9th time?
I watch it when I'm like charting, or listen to it, watch as I'm charting.
That's nice.
Like, you know how you like when you're doing something
mindless,
kind of mindless, but you have like the shows that you already know what they're going to say before comfort they shows. Say it's comfort shows, and I can do that with Living Single because I know everything, every line, and it's so you still don't have funny. To pay attention. Exactly, but it's soothing because you still laugh and you can get work done and be productive because you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I do that.
Top 3 comfort shows. Go.
Living Single, Grey's Anatomy, The Miss Pat Show.
Those are good.
Honorable mention, Different World. I have been rewatching Cosby though.
Really?
The Cosby Show.
It's still hit.
Hilarious.
That show was great.
It was amazing. Absolutely. Like you really can't find comedy like that anymore. Like it doesn't exist. It will never exist again. Yeah. Like A Different World. I mean, those episodes are still applicable to today. I mean,
timeless television.
Like, I mean, it was just an era. Like Debbie Allen,
I even
Felicia Rashad, Yvette Lee Bowser,
like the interior design, like the way the sets look. It just like hits you in the heart. Yeah. I just like love the way that it makes
it's
me feel
nostalgic.
Like, I'm at home watching TV, like Nick at Night or something.
Yeah, even like My Wife and Kids. I don't think people really appreciate my wife and kids the way that they should. Like Damon Wayans and Tisha Campbell were like comedy gold. Yeah. Like
that show, like every time Junior's on the screen, I'm dying.
I just love that show because each one of them could carry, like when you have an ensemble cast, everybody can carry an episode. And I love shows like that where the characters are just that good. That's why I think I love like Living Single, In a Different World, and Cosby's and the Miss Pat shows because every character can carry the show. Yeah. Versus when you ever seen some shows and you're just like, okay, for example, Friends. To me, I felt like only certain characters could carry that show. Like Jennifer Aniston's character, absolutely. Yeah. Ross could carry the show. Chandler could carry the show. Joey, everybody else, no.
That's the whole cast. That's basically the whole cast.
Phoebe and Monica couldn't carry the show.
Okay, but that's because Monica's annoying and Phoebe's a space cadet.
Exactly. But even though you had like a space cadet because the original Friends, the one that, because Friends was a stolen concept from Living Single.
A hill will die on.
Sinclair, Phoebe was based off of the Sinclair character. Sinclair could still carry the show. Yeah. And carry multiple episodes by herself.
I can only take so much Friends slander on a single episode, but yes.
I'm not saying the show wasn't good. It just wasn't as great as Living Single.
Okay, I'll give you that. Okay. Friends is one of my comfort shows, though. I could watch that. Really? Yeah.
The Office is a comfort show for me, too. Yeah. The Office is so politically incorrect.
Yo, watching that shit back, I'm like, who?
But I'm grateful for that show because it's nostalgic and it's like, this is what our society used to be.
Yeah.
And now everything's so sensitive, so we can't talk like that anymore.
Did you ever watch New Girl?
No, who's in that?
I love New Girl with Zoe Deschanel. You're not watching it for her. And
who the hell is that? 5, 6,
the other people
7, 8.
from New Girl.
Okay.
It's funny.
Yeah,
it's
I definitely
really funny.
definitely know that. But yeah, what are your top 3 comfort shows?
Friends is definitely one.
Big Bang Theory?
No, I don't never watch Big Bang Theory.
Really? It's funny.
Yeah.
Sheldon makes the show. And he can carry the show.
What are my comfort shows? I watch
That 70s
Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
That's a good comfort show.
Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman? No. MASH?
No.
Cheers.
MASH. Cheers.
Little House on the Prairie?
Are you just naming old ass TV shows?
Very
I don't
true.
know what my comfort show. I watched a shit ton of Friends. Oh, Sex and the City. I'll watch.
Okay. Sex and the City was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Sopranos.
I didn't watch The Sopranos.
You didn't watch Sopranos?
I still haven't even watched what's the one with
The Wire.
my little friend
What?
Al Pacino? What's his Scarface? I've
haven't seen Scarface?
I've never watched Scarface before.
You gotta watch Scarface.
I've never watched
Have you watched all the Godfathers?
No, I've never watched The Godfather
Oh,
before.
come on. Those are all so good. Goodfellas?
No.
Okay.
Never seen that before.
I know you haven't seen The Irishman. That one's really good too.
The Irish? No, never seen that either.
We have a mob. We need to have Mob Week.
And I love Mob Wives on VH1. That's
Okay,
great.
I would want to be a mob wife.
I would not.
No?
Because they come after the wives if they can't find the husbands. Children are off limits usually. They'll kidnap you, but they'll bring you back.
I think I could do it. We need to have a mob movie marathon. I love mob movies. Because again, I think I could be a mob wife.
I mean, I've seen American Gangster.
My aunt used to love that movie.
That was good. You're talking about the one with
you
Denzel,
got
right?
blood on my... What does he
Yes.
say about the carpet? Yeah. But
Something on his carpet, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody talk to me from now on. Want to talk to me? Talk to Huey.
That
love
man.
Denzel.
Wow.
He's amazing.
Okay.
Anyway.
Hey.
Yeah.
You know.
You close it out, babes.
Listen, ladies and gents, you're going to go out there. You're going to have a great week. You're going to do something special for yourself because self-care matters and you need to take care of you, okay? No one else is going to do it.
Fuck that job.
Fuck them kids.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fuck them bills.
Exactly.
Treat yourself.
You're living for you.
Fine leather goods. Treat yourself. Mimosas. Treat yourself.
And that's what we'll be doing. So.
I love Loretta.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Y'all remember to spread love.
Spread light.
And don't forget to laugh your face off.
Fine leather good. Mimosas. Treat yourself. That is my favorite episode of that freaking show. Anyway. Oh goodness. Did you guys enjoy this episode? If so, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, including
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at the Face Off Pod. New episodes are released every Tuesday.
Thanks for watching.